For Life would like to thank all of our sponsors. Mountain View Guide Service, J3 Outdoors, Lennon's Lures, Wolf Creek Products, and PCS Outdoors.
The Hague Spring Clip by J3 Outdoors. Simple, fast, efficient.
Hey, welcome back to Fur Life TV. This is 2018. I'm here with my good friend Johnny Crawford. We're in southeastern Pennsylvania trying to put some fox in the back of the truck, and it's one of our first checks this morning, and here's a red right here. This is actually, I'll let John talk. This is a lot of his line that he's been doing for the past 20 years, so he knows this area real well.
Been on this farm for about, I bet it's pushing actually 30 years, and I shudder to think of the amount of foxes that have been taken at these edges right here and stuff. But
just to give an idea, roughly how many can you expect to take from this farm?
Normally this farm here is good for about 5 to 10.
That's awesome.
Not usually more than that. It is sort of landlocked. There's a development actually right behind our camera person. There's a road over this way. Sometimes there's no real explanation as to why they are as weak as they are, but I usually come here and try for 2 weeks, catch 5 or 7, and then we just kind of move on. The location here is one that you're going to see a lot here on the show for these couple episodes. It's just a natural line, a crop change, and where the camera person is a tractor path. The camera person can pan this way. You can see the low spot in the land, and camera person continued to pan over to that's it right there. You can see how it comes up, and all the fields come over this way, so it's kind of like a soup bowl. Now back around over here, everything sort of just comes to this point, and we keep it real simple. We're up on the
big swale.
Yeah, and on the downwind side is where some of the travel is, and simple 1.5 fox trap, and there you go, another Southeast PA fox.
The Eliminator does it again.
Yeah,
it's Wolf Creek Products.
Yeah,
great trap for these fox.
Yeah,
I see you had a dig out on this one, and that's what we try to do. We try to keep. You can't catch pairs if you're only setting one trap. So we've been trying to set at least 6 feet apart, because sometimes you get one just coming in, and you even catch one by accident a lot of times. So that one I got dug out. I just flipped that one over, so we got to redo both of them and keep checking.
Yeah, ready to keep on it?
Yeah.
Let's see if we get some more.
Oh, there's another red. I'm not checking too many empty traps today anyway. Ooh.
This is the place last year we had a double on fox with Glenn Witchy, and I've done pretty good here myself a few times.
Well, that's a nice one.
That's a good one. That looks like it might be a
big male.
Big male, yeah. Yeah, it's okay, Brian. So the second fox for the day, a little bit slow. We had some rain. You can see the puddle there and stuff, but Yeah, go ahead and shoot on this location. I mean, how do you like this compared to where you normally trap back home?
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, you have a lot more crop changes and stuff like that, and a lot of bigger fields and what have you. What I'm used to, you know, we're down by the river and stuff like that, and we do have some flats, but nothing like this. I mean, you have long running barriers everywhere, drainages, and like you said, you can see the crop changes and stuff like that. And we just set these traps yesterday.
Yeah, and we had a little bit of rain, but it didn't really affect too much. We got peat moss going and some good lure and bait, and this is usually a good spot for me. And that's a large male, and he's in there pretty good. Yeah, he is. But this location here is basically just a hook in the road with a crop change right here, and we decided to stay up on the top side. We're, you know, on this side rather than this side, just so we just kind of stay out of the mud. And
yeah, it's just been so wet. That's why.
Yep.
You know, because you can see there's standing water here. So if we'd have sat down there, then who knows what would happen.
It's always strategy. I find everything with this sport is strategy, and just trying to, you know, in ease, and trying to make sure that you've got the, you know, efficiency working on your side, and as many things working as possible in your favor, because we're only going to do this for about a week or 10 days. Yep. And so I guess we better get this guy in the truck.
The biggest thing is like keep an eye on the wind.
Wind direction too. Let's touch on that real quick. I'm huge on that. We're on the upwind side where they would be traveling, which are actually the downwind side, because they'll come right here along this edge. But then there's also this hook in the road here, and we
feel now that the wind's blowing this way, so anything down there is gonna, any smell that's here is gonna bring and pull them in here.
Right, but most of the times this time of year it's coming out of the northwest, which is this way.
Northwest, but I mean it's just like even deer hunting, you know. The wind swirls.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
And we got the sets where it kind of covers both, but we're actually real close to being right on the travelway. And I guess we better
this is the proof.
There's the proof. Yep. Let's get him in the truck.
Okay.
Yep. All right, Brian, we got another red here. Now I'll give you the backstory on this place. This farm here, I've been trapping for about 22 years, something like that. I can't tell you how many times I got stuck in that ditch that we came over there when I used to have my two-wheel drive, and the boy's dad had to come pull me out a couple of times with the team of mules. But this here's a spot. You know, when you came here to trap, I said, well, I know where these spots are. These spots are all time proven, and I can tell you what, I have set every single edge clean all the way up to the top of that hill, and never had any more success than I've got at this spot here.
Yeah, we set this same spot last year.
We did. Yeah, we were here with Glenn Witchy, and what we did was I set this one here, and it's actually easy to check from the road. I've never had one stolen, but all this is a kind of a high spot. Here you can kind of see there's a high spot. I'll turn around, and I'm not sure what I guess this is like a drainage terrace. But the wind blows from behind me towards the farm lane, and there's also some grass there where they can come in there and bounce around, try to kick out mice and stuff. So the wind's definitely working in our favor this way. And we got dirt holes facing northwest, which is also important. And had a little bit of rain last night, but things worked out. It's the third fox for the day, and we're just kind of getting started. But yeah, this worked out pretty good, and we're I guess we got 5 more places to check, and then we're going to do some skinning and prepare for the next cold front to come through.
Yeah, we're supposed to get some nice cold weather tonight. So.
How you like trapping in Southeast PA?
I love it. I love it. That's why I said I got hooked last year when I came down.
Yeah.
It's just so many farms. I mean, it's just farm after farm in this area.
But we spread out. I mean, after we set the last part of the line here today, we're running about 80 to 100 miles. But that's what we do, and that's how you rack up the numbers. I can't even imagine how many foxes have been taken from this little dirt mound right here between me and...
What's surprising is you have a couple really, heavyweight guys around this area too. I mean, and you can get good numbers throughout the year.
Myself and old Dick Atkins sit down one day, and we figured that this county that I trap in, we take somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 foxes a year just to keep the population relatively stable. And
you can't just do that everywhere.
no,
So
and
you have to have the population to do it.
right, but in our defense, we don't have the foxes like we used to have. What did we have a farmer today tell us over the summer? He got ticked off because the foxes had made a den in the hayfield, and he filled it up with manure. So we're probably losing 2 or 3 pups a season, or a summertime. And, you know, that's why a lot of the farms now are only good for maybe 5 foxes instead of being, you know, you good for 10. But to the viewer and to other people, you know, like yourself, a farm that's good for 10 is an anomaly. And, you know, usually it's hard to say. It kind of fluctuates from different times. But all you can do is just set on the good spots, keep your traps in.
I know,
and
like back home, I've on 2 farms, I caught 20 fox. The following year, I got 0.
right.
So I mean, that's like you can't get these numbers everywhere because it's just not.
You can hurt them here also, but there is a lot more filtration of what we call dispersal. There is more movement, and that definitely helps. Now, I haven't been a hard runner for quite a while, but no matter what, you got to respect the animal and respect the population. We are here to do conservation no matter what. And so it's
we're here to help them, not to annihilate them.
that's right. Yep. So I guess we'll just get this guy on a truck.
All right, here we are. Back on my trap line. We were down in Lancaster with Johnny last week, and they said right here we got the Susquehanna River. It's a long running barrier. We got an edge. I mean, they can't go any farther that way. We got a cornfield. This is a cut soybean with a cut cornfield right here. I mean, it's a great edge right here. Then you got this grassy hedgerow here, and we give them the place to hunt for mice and what have you. So what we're going to do is put in a couple dirt holes. I'll show you some of the equipment I use. Basically, I just have a heavy duty sifter, some trowels. You know, I got a couple different size trowels, but I like this one. This is PCS Outdoors, indestructible. It's made in the USA, and it's be the last one you have to buy unless you lose it. Same thing with the sifter. PCS Outdoors, they got a couple really neat different style. You got the hoe there, and then and of course the driver. What we're going to do is we're going to punch in a set, and then hopefully I'll show you a catch in the next day or so. So it's Thanksgiving morning, so I got a few more days to trap here until then. I'll snap them off because it's deer season. I don't want to wreck anybody's hunt or have a hunter come in and shoot your coyote or fox anyway. So we're going to get ready to show you the sets. So shut off now. Okay, usually I like to try to keep my traps 6-8 feet together. So basically what we're going to do, just a typical dirt hole. I do think it makes a big difference on the angle that you put your hole. Too much of an angle, you catch them, either coming in or sneaking in. I keep it a little higher. Everybody says 45 degrees. Oops. And that's how deep I want my hole. I want him to have to stick his nose right down in there. My trap's not going to be probably from the edge of the hole 4 or 5 inches. I don't think that's a big. Too far away, you're going to miss a fox. Too close, you're going to miss a coyote. So, I mean, basically, you just got to figure it out on your own. I'll tell you what, these 1.5s from Glen Witchy makes from Wolf Creek, it's strong. You've seen. It even held that. I have to readjust that. That's good. That's perfect. As you can see at the anchor, I've used that one already. Yeah. I mean, some people, they like that cookie cutter and stuff like that. It's like, it's just too many gadgets. I'm old school that way, you know. I just make a, as far as back 3, over 4, whatever they do, it's like, very rarely is the animal even coming in straight. They're always coming in at an angle anyway. So if you put your trap in the middle, it's already offset. So you don't need to offset it from the hole. I don't anyway. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying I don't. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Down here at the river, this is beautiful soil here. I take it down. Usually shove, pull back. That way you set it. I set my levers. My levers are at 6 and 12. That's the way I like to set. Bedding that down. I don't want that trap moving at all, anywhere. You can see it's pretty stable already. So basically, and then I have just dry dirt and peat moss. That'll keep it so the trap will still fire. There's my pan. Just a light coat. You see, everything's lower. I'll stick a couple clods here because I want him to step like right there, and that's the spot right there. That's it. Subtle. That's all it is. I put some sheep wool down there with some lure, but I'm going to do the other set too, so I'll lure them both together so I can.
All right, here we go, Brian. This is a textbook spot. We've got a farm lane over here, and we've got a crop change that comes in, and a little tractor path and a little brush pile right here. This is what I call an outstanding feature. It's something for them to come up and hunt. They can jump around in there and kick out mice and rabbits. And here you go, we got the results. Yep.
Yeah, this is another, like I said, a great spot. Crop
Two
change.
traps side by side.
You got
This
a
one's
little, like a stone hedgerow right here a little bit, and
yep.
place for them to. Then you have, I mean, just this area is just farm after farm after farm. So I mean, you're just picking the best drainages
and also the easiest to get
result.
to when you have some rain. If you could camera person pan around there, you can actually see there's a gravel driveway, and it's easy for us to just drive in here. We don't have to worry about having to hike back in half
because
a
we
mile.
could see this one from the road actually.
Yeah.
And a lot of them that John sets up, you can actually, especially if you got a long line, you want to make some time. A lot of them you can just set up so you can just check them from the roads.
It's all about efficiency, because the more traps you can set at the more places, the more your catch is going to be. And one of my colleagues, Phil Brown, he can check. I know he's got one place where he can check 7 farms from one hilltop.
He's amazing.
And he can check 7 farms and check every one of his sets. And every 3 days he'll go in there and make sure that they're okay. But this one here's just pretty simple. It's in your trap, but it's all good, and we're gonna get this guy taken care of and get on to the next place.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them to check today, so.
Yep, let's get at it.
This one reset. Well, here we are.
Yeah, man, we got her.
I mean, even in Lancaster County, you can catch an occasional. I mean, that's what's so great about this area. They have very few possums. A lot of different. You don't get that many non-targets, but every once in a while you get to. And there's a stream right here. I mean, we crossed the stream.
Cornfield.
Really nice cornfield. I mean, you got a big running barrier of hardwoods and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a perfect area. So.
Yep.
And you know, there's a few bucks right there. So. Every once in a while, we don't mind. That's a big coon.
Yeah, it's a big, beautiful coon.
It's a big raccoon. And
yep, caught by the back foot, and but yeah, you know, we're here doing conservation. Doesn't matter really what we're doing. And these, you know, you get a coon like that there, get in the barn, they can really wreak havoc on the farmers.
Majority of the farms around here are Amish, and they want all the fox and the raccoons and stuff like that gone.
Yep. Yep, well, let's get him in the truck. All right, Brian, we're here on our second check day, and got a nice red fox here on this long grass strip. Yep.
Yeah, we just that's what's so nice about fox trapping versus coyote trapping. You don't have to wait for the set to age. They love the fresh dirt, and like here's the proof right here. We just set this yesterday afternoon, and it's there the next morning, and here we are.
Yep.
That's a nice large male.
Yep, the hold front coming through, so the large animals, the big males like to run. Got another set right here. We keep two side by side. Behind me is like a four-way hub, so there's a lot of things that come in together here. But this is kind of like a runway, and there's 3 or 4 farms that run in a row down that way, and one actually behind us, and then it's blocked off by a small town here right there, actually not far from where I live. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna get her done and move on to the next place.
Yeah, we got a few more to check. So
yep, another good day, another good run. All right, here we are. This is a place I'm going to show here. We're talking a little bit about boundaries. We've got a highway right here behind us, and then to our left we got a major development. And so this here location is kind of landlocked a little bit. This isn't a real hot spot, but it's always good for about 5 to 7 foxes a year. We're only doing a short run here, Brian, but we got a nice red, got a cold front coming in tomorrow, and everything kind of came in together.
And that's the thing. We just set these yesterday. I mean, we just set it yesterday. So
yep.
We've seen that there's a mess of tracks across here. I mean, it's just a good spot.
Yeah, it's just very simple, very efficient. I had a miss here, but that sometimes happens, and good to go. So we're going to keep on moving. We got a lot of traps to check. We better get this done and get things going.
Yep.
All right, so Brian, it's a little trick I'm going to show here. When a fox is caught, they really tear things up and they urinate there. This is all foxy dirt. So I learned when I was running hard a couple years ago to scoop up this nice fresh fluffy dirt and mix it in with peat moss. So I'm going to steal some of this and put it over here on my set so that everything is a really strong attractor. And if you were to smell this dirt, it just smells like fox. And you'll have your set fixed up there in a couple minutes, but I'm going to kind of help mine out here because I had a little bit of had a small miss. But just these little things help, where you just kind of
not only that, you can even take some of this dirt into a different farm even.
Yeah, that's why
fire that place back.
I have a carry tote with peat moss in it, and I put some of this and I mix that in there with it. And now you don't want to do that with coyotes, because coyotes don't like they don't like catch circles like that. You want all that to be fresh with coyotes. But dumb old red fox, they love stuff like that, and they love coming into something that's been dug up, and it actually helps them stay at the set, stay in the area longer, which helps you with helps you catch them. So, yep,